Okay, I'll stick with this here. So, right, so we have a bunch of long signals, and then there's the break there that Dean's talking about, then another long series of signals, and then another break there, right? So if you got a situation kind of similar to that, then let's grab a signal blocker. That in. And, let's see, I guess, probably only need to block for 50 bars. Right, and there we go. Right, so now we get only one long signal, and all the other long signals disappeared on us now. Right, so there we go. Yeah, let me mark this. There we go. All right, and connect the signal blocker up there. Okay, so the reset here can do that for you. So let's see, let's uncheck everything. There we go, uncheck everything. And so what we want is the input, where is it? Oh, actually, I think it's up top here. There we go, input no signal, right? So basically what I'm understanding, from your question is when there is a break between the signals, right, or no signal, that's when you want to reset the signal blocker. So click OK, and there we go. So now we have the first signal, and first signal. And here, let me turn on the active blocking output, right? So there we go. So we can see that's when all the signals are coming in, right? And then there's no signal, and so the signal blocker turns off. And then a signal comes in, and there's all the blocking, right? So again, if we bypass this, right, there you go. So whenever there's no signal, that turns the signal blocker off. So again, when you're using the signal blocker, it is pretty handy to have the active blocking, set to some kind of small value, so that way you can see when your signal blocker turns off, right? So it allows you to see when it's turning off to make sure that it's getting reset the way you want it to be reset. So, all right, so I think that does it. So always take a look at what's available within the various resets, right? So really, let's see how many. There's only 3 types of resets. So, as explained, there's a reset when there's no signal. There is a reset on an opposite signal, and just a reset on a signal. So you can reset, from a signal, from no signal, or an opposite signal. And then all the rest of this is different combinations, because you have 2 inputs, right? So you can reset based on an input signal or no signal, right? Or you can reset based on a signal coming into the reset connector, right? So there's only 3 primary ways to determine when to reset. So a signal coming in, no signal coming in, or an opposite signal. And then it's just a combination of, well, is it from the input or is it from the reset, so on and so forth. So